Welcome back to the SQL tutorial part 3, and we'll continue to discuss about single row functions as we started from our last slide. And in this so this is what we did. We already discussed character function, number function, date functions. In this slide, in this tutorial, we are going to discuss about two more functions: conversion functions and general function. All right, so in this tutorial we are going to discuss about conversion function, or actually it is called a data conversion function, and a general function. Okay, so what is a data conversion function? So let's understand why we need that. All right, so if you see, this is my employee table description. So my employee table is containing this kind of thing, so which is employee number is a number, and hire date is a date, and then something in varchar. Okay, and then the data is something we have, say we select ename, hire date, sal from emp. Okay, so let's get those data to our window. Okay, so let me just pull it back, and then okay, so this is what I have, right? So here I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Can you answer? So this is your data from the EMP table. Can you tell me on which month King got hired? Okay, so what is the month of hiring for King or Blake or Clark or whatever? Okay, so how do you answer this question? You know that King got hired in 17 November 81, so this is a data that is available, but I want the answer to be in November. Okay, so 17 November 81 is a date data type, whereas November is a character data type, something like that. Okay, so what should I do so that I can get the answer, I can able to answer this question? Another question I ask you, I got the salary as 5,000. I don't know it's a dollar or rupees or pound or whatever. Okay, so how do I convert this numeric value here to something called $5,000? So imagine 5,000 is a numeric, but $5,000 is a character. Okay, so in order to answer these two type of questions, we need to use data conversion function. That means we are going to convert from one data type to another data type. All right, so that is, there are two type of conversion happens. So let's go to this slide. Let's create one more slide. Okay, so the conversion happen, one is called automatic. Basically Oracle does it for you, you don't have to worry about that. And another thing is explicit, that you have to tell Oracle that convert from a date to a character, or convert from a number to a character. Okay, so in case of automatic transformation, okay, there is a rule that suggests from what to what you can, from which data type to which data type you can convert. Okay, it's not that you can convert from a particular data type to any data type. Okay, so before you go to the role, let's try to understand a couple of things. We have a data type called number, we have data type called char, we have data type called date. Okay, so you can convert from a number to char, you cannot convert from number to date. This cannot be done. Okay, but wherever it makes sense, you can convert. All right, and then you can also convert from a character to a number, and I will explain you how you do that. Okay, and you can convert from a date to a character. So these are the rules that you can convert. In some cases the conversion happens automatically. For example, if you want to do select salary sal plus 10. So this 10 is not a number, this is a varchar, this is a character because I put in the inside the quote, okay, from EMP. So in this case what Oracle is going to do, that this is called expression evaluation, okay, expression is getting evaluated. So whenever you are evaluating an expression, you can implicitly convert a character value to a number value, okay. So since this 10, the representation here is a character, but actually this can be converted to a number, and in this case Oracle will do it automatically, okay. Let's take another case. If I want to do something like this, select star from EMP where hire date is equal to some date, okay. So 10 November 83. So look at this hire date, this is a character, but this can be converted to a date. So therefore Oracle will do that. Oracle will do automatically convert this to a date and compare and fetch you the results of the select statement, okay. So you just need to understand two things. Can it be convertible? If it is convertible, then Oracle will convert automatically, but sometimes it may not be convertible. So for example, if I want to do select sal plus so if I do select sal plus 10p, so 10p is a character, but can 10p be a number? It cannot be. So that's why this thing is going to give an error, okay. So essentially, like, look at what is there inside, okay. So whatever there inside you can convert, okay. If it can be a number, then you can Oracle will convert and give you a result, okay. So here is a rule that for automatic conversion, as you say, that we have a expression evaluation and we have assignment. Expression evaluation means this is the expression evaluation, okay. And assignment is something that whenever you write a PL/SQL code or something, you declare a number, say number x is equal to 10. Okay, this is called assignment, okay. The rule is this, that from a varchar or character to a number, you can always assign, you can always evaluate in the expression, provided the one that you are converting is a number. From character to date, you can always do that, both assignment and evaluation. But in case of number to varchar, like there's a representation in number, you want to modify to varchar because you want to store that one in a varchar field, then assignment is okay, but expression evaluation automatically will not happen, okay. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to do yourself something, a function called to_char, and then you give the number value, okay. So this is how you're going to do in case of expression evaluation if you are converting from a number to a varchar. Converting from a date to varchar, again the same set of rules whatever we seen in the previous case. But here is the golden rule: never give Oracle a chance to do automatic conversion. It might be risky. Always do the conversion yourself. That means always use explicit conversion, okay. So no automatic conversion in programming. I just tell you because just to make you understand what can happen, alright, okay. So now let's discuss about, so this is why you need to need a conversion function, and then there are different types of conversion function depending on from where to where, from what kind of data type to what kind of data type you are going. For example, this is our number data type, right. and this is our character data type. Okay, so you can go to a number to a character by a function called toChar, right? Then using from the character to number, you go by a function called to_number. Alright, from character function, so let's make here is another data type called date. So from character to date, you can go by to_date. Similarly, from date to character, you can go by to_char. Okay, so here is a summary. There are three data types from where you can transform from one to another. We can always go from number to character, character to date, but we can never go from number to date. That doesn't make any sense. Or you cannot go from date to number. Alright, so this is by using explicit function. Okay, by using explicit function, we can go from one data type to another data type. So let's try to understand each of them. Alright, so let's see toChar. Okay, so when I wants to go, say from started from character to number. Okay, so when I go from a varchar to a number, so imagine you are in your database, you are keeping track of students information. Okay, so student serial number starts with something like it's a varchar field. It starts with something B for boy 101, B 102, B 103, then G for girl G 100, G 101, G 102. So I am asking you, whenever you want to add a new boy to this list, okay, so give me what is the number, maximum number. In this case, that 101, 102, 103 is done. So basically the next number is 104, and since I am adding a boy, so the answer should be 104. Okay, so how do I deduce this thing programmatically by SQL? Well, first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to find out what is the latest boy. The latest boy number is B103. Then, so this is a varchar, right? It's a string. Then what I'm going to do, by using substring, I'm going to cut this thing. So then I got a number called 103. Sorry, 103, but this 103 is still a varchar because it's a character that you are getting, right? Then by using toNumber function, what I can do is I can make this 103 to a number representation. Then whatever I get plus I can add 1. Okay, so in that way I get 104. Then I concatenate using concatenation function. Concat, since it's a boy, I add B here. So the answer is B104. Then this is going to go there. So what we saw here, by using function, we do substring. Then by using toNumber, we make a character to a number so that we can add with 1, because you cannot add 103, which is a character, to a number. That's going to give an error. Then by using concatenate, we'll get that string and take it back. So this is where I use a practical example where I use character to a number. Similarly, you can ask when I'm going to use from a number to character. The answer is very obvious. Let's say in this example you want to see this. I want to answer this question right now. What should I do so that I can get 5,000 with a dollar symbol in front? Okay, so 5,000 is a number, but $5,000 is a character. So essentially what I'm going to do, I'm going to do to_char, then I will give sal, then what I give a formatting string. So formatting string is something that will tell how it is going to be shown. In that case I'll give $999. That means what it's saying is that whatever salary is coming, give in this format. So therefore this resulting, like if I'm getting salary is 5,000, the answer to this thing will be $5,000. Okay, so to from a character to number you will use to answer that question. Okay, then the next question to ask, when should I am going to use something from date to a character? Okay, see, the question that I asked you in the beginning, that how do I find out what is the month king is working? So if I do the higher date, okay, if I just select higher date, I'm going to get the complete date. But here is again what I'm going to do, whatever date I get, say 10 November 71 or sorry 81, by, so this is a date I got by using function called toChar, and I'll give the date number and date value. Then again I'm going to give a format string. If I just give a format string called MON, then I'm just going to get the answer is November. Okay, so by using toChar with right format, I can get the date in a monthly format. Okay, so that is how you use the conversion function to get from one parameter, sorry, from one data type to another data type. Okay, and so here is the most important thing is that you need to understand what are the formats. Like we get two formats, like for example, whenever you go to toChar and then you give a number and you give a formatting string, and you go toChar, you give date and number and again a format string. Okay, so essentially what I'm saying here is that you go from by using this format string wisely, you can get it. So how do I know format string? If you go to Oracle SQL reference documentation, you will find out a lot of formatting strings, and where we are going to get the Oracle Oracle online documentation, and this is where you get everything about the reference material. And you go to SQL reference material here, and you go to this HTML page, and then you scroll down, and here is the format model. Okay, click on that. So here you get all this format that I was talking about. See, for example, I was giving in a previous example, I was giving $999. So basically what is returns a value with leading dollar sign. If I give 0999, it will give me a returning leading zeros. Okay, if I want to see that 5,000 in a comma separated way, like after 5 there is a comma and then 3 zeros, the answer to that is you send the format string as 9,9999. Okay, so this is how you're going to, and then there are a lot of formatting there, and then I'm not going to go over all of them, but this is how you are going to use the formatting string. And again, for date data type, here is the date data type formatting string. Also you can go over them, like for example we use this MON. You can use month, you can use you can use minutes, a lot of other things. Okay, so this table essentially is going to help you to determine what kind of formatting string that you need to put to achieve the end result, whatever the way that you need to make your report or you need to get your SQL query. All right, so that is the the model, formatting model. Okay, and then so this is what we discuss about. So let's go back to our slides. Okay, so this is what we discuss about the formatting and the conversion function. So essentially we now ticked this box. We learn about conversion function. The last category of functions function is general function. So let's go back to here, and so general function. So general function, there are a couple of functions which are they didn't find anywhere else, so that's why they put them here. One of the very important general function is NVL. So let's see what the NVL does. So if I go to my SQL Plus, I want to find out, let's say I do select ename, sal comma come from EMP. So what I'm saying here is that there are some salaries, King has salary 5,000, but he does not have any commission. So those things shown as blank. As I told you before, this blank is nothing but null. Alright. So if I'm trying to compute what is the total salary plus commission. So if I want to find out, tell me what is the salary plus commission of employee King. So if I just do select, let's remove this thing, select sal plus com from EMP. So in this case 5,000 plus null will lead to null, nothing will come. Okay, so definitely this is not the right answer, right? So in order to determine the right answer, what you do, we use a function called NVL. So what NVL does is this: if I do NVL com comma 0, so in that case, if the commission is null, then the answer will come from that evaluation will be 0. If the commission is something, then the answer will come that's something. Okay, so for example, in this case, so if I write select, so let me write it properly. Select sal plus NVL from EMP. So in this case, what is going to happen is that salary is 5,000, and in case of commission is nothing, so therefore 0. So 5,000 plus 0 will become 5,000. In this case of Alan, salary is 1600 plus commission is 300. So therefore NVL of 300 comma 0 will become 300. So I'll get 1900. Okay, so this is what is NVL means. Okay, so then let's do another function called NVL2. So NVL2 is a new addition of the function. So this is, the concept is same, just to determine if there is an null value, then how to handle that. Okay, so NVL2 of commission comma sal plus commission comma sal. So if I do this thing, so that means if the commission is null, then the answer of this expression is sal. So this is called expression 1, this is called expression 2. Okay, so if commission is null, then the answer is expression 2. If commission is something, then the answer is the addition of salary plus that something. Okay, so if I do this, select NVL this thing from EMP. So in that case, what we are going to do, what we're going to find out is that, so the first one is 5,000, but commission is null. So if the commission is null, then whatever salary, the answer will be that. So that's why 5,000. The next one is 1250 plus 1400, so that is whatever the 2650. It's like that. Okay, so NVL2 basically does the same thing as NVL. You just add them up. Okay, so that is an example, second example of general function. Okay, so and then another general function is something that I want to ask for a given example. Okay, let's say these are our let's select some more term here. So let's say I want to select job. Okay, so what I'm saying is that in my table I have somebody is a manager, somebody is a salesman, somebody is a clerk, somebody is a analyst. So what I want to give is, I have this rule that for manager I need to hike the salary by 10%. Okay, so let's write it down. So if you are a manager, your new salary will be 1.1 of old salary. If you are a clerk, your new salary will be 20% of your more of your old salary. So that means 1.2 of old. If you are a president, your salary is same, no hike. Alright, so this is what I'm trying to find out. So can I write a query which will determine if I'm a manager, then my new salary would be 10% more than my old salary. If I'm a clerk, my new salary will be 20% more than the old salary. So this kind of query, to solve this kind of query, we need a special function called case. Okay, and another thing called decode. So we give you in this slide two examples, one example from case, one example from decode, to solve this problem. Alright, the problem is, try to find out, like you have this employee's salary available, and also you know the job code, and depending on the job code you have different percentage of hike. And can you determine, can you make me, can you give me what should be the new salary? Okay, so this is the question, and to solve this thing, first example is by case. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to select ename comma job comma sal, then I give a case. So this is important case. Then I give job when the job is president, okay, then just give 1 into sal, no hike. Okay, then when job is manager, then as manager is getting 10%, is 1.1 multiplied by sal. When job is clerk, then the salary is 1.2 of salary. Else sal. That means for any other cases of this job column, the salary is sal, and then you give end, and then I can alias this column using a new column called new sal from MP. Okay, so this is the example how by using case statement you are going to determine based on different types of job, different type of salary. There used to be an old way of doing the same thing by using a statement called decode. Okay, so this is how you're going to use decode. So basically the first thing is you do select ename job old salary, then you give decode, then give the name what we are going to decoding, job. If the job is president, so decode value is 1 multiplied by sal. Alright, then comma, then if it's manager, is 1.1 sal. If it is clerk, 1.2 sal, and so on. Alright, and then finally If nothing, it's called sal, and this thing. So what you see is decode is a little bit of complex in the syntax. So that's why they use case statement instead of decode statement, but you can do anything to do that. Okay, so now if you, so this is the example of general function. So now you come back to our mains this thing. So we discussed both general and conversion function. The large object functions are not the part of the normal SQL class. It's kind of an advanced SQL class we are going to discuss whenever we are going to get to those. And then we, using large object APIs or functions, we're going to manipulate large object data type. So with this we are finished with complete SQL single row function. So again, if I want to summarize everything, so we are discussing types of functions, and out of type of functions we discuss single row functions in detail from the last 3 videos. In the next videos I'm going to start with aggregate function. Thank you for your patience.